So far as I know, there are only two ways of getting to the island, by sea or by air. Of course, you could swim, but no one's done that yet, not even a seal. The Midland and the North Country folk have gone air-minded in a big way. That is, so far as the Isle of Man is concerned. Thanks to their patronage, Ronaldsway Civil Airport now holds the record in the United Kingdom for the number of air movements in any one day. Aeroplanes literally drop in on you here from all over the place. One guy even flew in with his whole household of furniture in an aerovan. And so it goes on, plane after plane, bringing in every hour its endless stream of landlady's joy, the visitor. Whoever said the British weren't air-minded ought to take a trip in one of these magnificent 32-seater air charabancs. For that's how they look upon them here. Having once got to the Isle of Man, it's a safe bet to say that 9 out of 10 visitors will be staying right here in Douglas. Why not, when you have a glorious bay like this, together with all the amenities and amusements of a capital city. From the posh high spots to the last word in the homely seaside hotel. And here's something you haven't got in your hometown. Let me introduce you to Nipper, the pride of the force, and the horse tram. The locals have nicknamed this outfit the Toast Rack. But even so, you give me a bright morning and a sea breeze from behind the horse, and the world is mine. Well, that was one way of getting about, but for the more serious business of exploring the island, they have a railway. And by the look of it, they've had it for some time. I'm told in the quiet that the darn thing just won't wear out. And I can well believe that it is just about as sturdy as a Manx man, and like them, a demon for work. No, I hope they stick to their trains and trams. I like them. The young and the not-so-young give shape to their dreams in sand. While these two just dream. Say, I've seen things like that in the south of France. No, ma'am, I wasn't talking about you. Now, what in the heck is she looking at? Can't be better than what I see further out. They would never believe me if I told them at the office. The old and the young, they are all on holiday, and that means that they are out to enjoy themselves, to have fun, whether it's on the donkeys or listening to Punch and Judy's rantings, or just to take a chair and doze, while others take tea. And this little lady, she's having fun too. While for the tired accountant, well, here's just the thing to show how good he really is at figures. How about that one for a little profit and loss? Oh, that's better. No use being in the back row if you're to do a job like this properly. Now, let me see, where were we? Oh, yes, I remember. 6 a smasher, 4 away, and you can now forget the number you first thought of, and that gives us the winner, number 10. A nice round figure. Now, that's the worst of these unmarried chaps, always after the girls. If you happen to be this way any Thursday afternoon during the summer and fancy your chances, step right up, for you too can be a Fenella. There's real money in it. The Manx men don't stand for any of this acting unpaid queen stuff for their queen. Oh, no. Lunch at Peel, tea at Russian Abbey. It almost becomes a Manx formula. The ancient ruined abbey lies snugly tucked away in the southern part of the island between two such quaint-sounding places as Ballasalla and Ballabeg. The 6pence entrance fee is money well spent, for apart from a varied range of ruined masonry, one can have a look at these. The mortal remains of King Lagman, at one time king in these parts. Or you can study a peacock, or be studied by a peacock. It all depends on how one feels. But the main attraction of Russian Abbey lies in its famous strawberry and cream teas. And talking of cream, that is something they really go for in a big way, as it's not rationed. Now you watch. If you're still feeling hungry and the time is right, you can follow up with a bunch of grapes straight off the vine. Don't get the idea, though, that the Isle of Man is all coaches and visitors guzzling strawberries and cream. There's a great deal more to it than that. These picturesque stone-built whitewashes are essentially a feature of the Manx landscape. Without them, the island would lose much of its charm. And it is to their owners that one must go if you want to hear the true Manx language being spoken. See what you can make of this.
Hello, John. Hello, Jess. How are you doing? All right. My word, you've been busy?
Yes, we've been doing a bit of thatching here.
Oh, it's looking well, too.
But it'll look a lot better once we get it all trimmed along the front here and get all these ropes planted, you see.
Have you seen anything of Ned yet?
He's inside there, Jack.
Don't you stay, Ned. Hey, now stand. Hey, that's out. Oh, len by. Get the Galler show. Or thought of a two-side show. Describe it, Genoa. John Kinley is Jim Can. Oh, okay, to make bargain there. Tell they Ellen, aren't you? Tell Ellen on. Rum on a slyer show? Arrow a skin dot on the sword you. That all you was through listening to skivalty boxer. Hey. That Tommy Che agwas has that pair for him. Well, Kevin the Hagel. Well, through Jackers, verum nindit. Go to my up.
It is in these cottages that one finds the famous Manx tailless cats. There are two kinds, rumpies and stumpies. The rumpy being completely tailless, whereas the stumpies have a very small tail stump, such as these. The Isle of Man has the same form of government as England, but in miniature. The Lieutenant Governor corresponding to the King, the Legislative Council to the House of Lords, and this building, the House of Keys, to the House of Commons. These youngsters are having the time of their lives. It's their show and it's their Glen. For children only. Parents, please note. Yes, someone had the bright idea of turning Glenfinnan into a children's paradise. It's got everything, from swings and roundabouts to motorboats. Yes, sir, real motorboats with petrol engines and all. Boats that a guy can get in and drive himself. Oh, gee whiz, mister, don't tell me my time ain't up yet, is it? And mind you, the girls go for this stuff in a big way, too. To look at them, you would never think that they are within a stone's throw of the island's longest and finest stretch of sandy beach. Here it is, Kirkmichael Beach, running in an unbroken line for over 5 miles to Derby Head. Oh, well, that's life for you.